So, most of this is going to be fairly boring, so just let me know when you're
Are
done.
you kidding me?
We can just sit and talk somewhere. Good morning. We thought it would be a really great idea to talk a little bit about how an entrepreneur creates a work-life balance. And I think to every person it looks different. When I was growing up, I was all into my career. That's what I thought you were supposed to be. So if that meant going to something after work or working out at a gym where my clients worked out so that I could spend time with them there, that's what that looked like, and I didn't consider that work. Grabbing this in.
How many animals do you have?
9.
Oh my god.
No, 8. I lost a cat.
Oh.
As an entrepreneur, you're probably all into that whole 24/7 thing. So you understand you're on all the time. But I think it's changing your mindset a little to understand that some of those other things you're doing that you consider work are part of that balance, are part of that having fun, being out and about. When you go to a chamber mixer, yes, you're doing it to network and be at work, but you're also having a drink and having fun and talking to people about all sorts of topics and conversations, so you're not at work in front of your computer producing a product or service. I think everyone just has to figure out what that looks like for themselves.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's my old girl. She's my good girl. My good girl.
Yeah, if you let her go, does she come back when you call her name?
Yeah. But she's just that horse. He doesn't. So he doesn't get to roam the property.
Got it.
So here today you've been up at my little slice of heaven, which is a very small little ranch north of I-10. And my balance is being outside. Whether I'm cleaning horse stalls, riding a horse, playing with the dogs, or simply sitting on the patio checking emails with a cup of coffee, that's still my balance and it counts because I'm here. Literally, this is what I do. Because I do have to check if Jeff checked in with me.
Oh yeah, she's doing work too.
Yeah. Because we have an ad due in like 20 minutes. I've worked all the time since I was 26 years old. But I still have an amazing life, in my opinion. The way I wanted my life to go, I saw an end game. I've ridden horses my whole life. My end game was to have them on my property, to have a property where I could do that. It took a while to get here, but I got here. So now the world's remote. Who knew when I was planning this that I would be able to work from home on a phone? I never thought that was going to be possible, but it is. So now I have a home office.
How long have you had her?
15 years.
Wow.
Bought her in Idaho. And she's quickly became my favorite horse.
Oh.
I can go on a horseback ride and check emails because I have Wi-Fi everywhere we go, right? I can answer texts, I can take a phone call, I can send files, I can basically pretend to a client that I'm sitting at my desk when I'm actually out on a horse. But that takes a lot of time to set up. So I would say if this is your goal, make sure your systems are in place. I think what freed me up was utilizing a project management system like Trello and then getting my group all in. One thing I'll tell you horses or animals teach you is multitasking. Because you gotta learn to do stuff with one hand.
Yeah, I find this fascinating because you're literally braiding a horse's tail and your phone's on the ready to approve an ad for a client.
Yeah. So you got to kind of get stuff done. And again, this is what I know how to do and what relaxes me. So it's different for everybody. I love what I do. That's maybe another thing that I think entrepreneurs need to understand. I wake up every morning loving what I do. I check the news headlines to see if it affects any of my clients, to see if it's something I can parlay into something for a client. A Facebook post, a link, a storyline, an idea, and that's just organic to me. I've done that my whole life. So I love what I do, so I don't crave this shutdown moment. I don't watch a clock. I don't say, well, at this time I'm not working anymore. Your balance has to be your balance. I know people who think I'm crazy for living 25 miles from my office on a ranch, secluded, and they think I'm absolutely nuts that I want to spend the whole weekend shoveling horse poop and riding and getting filthy dirty. And I can only tell you that is such my happy place. But I also work because I chose this life. Nobody put a gun to my head. Nobody said, do it or die. I chose this. And at any time I can put the pen down and do something else. That is what is so remarkable about us. The human race, the entrepreneurial spirit is, this isn't working, I'll go find something that is. I would just tell you to love what you do, because then it's not work. Did I get this all figured out? Absolutely not, but it seems to be working right now, and I'm going to go with it. So what I'd love to see is your ideas of how you're doing it, because I could learn something. I'm certainly not doing it perfectly. Any more questions that you have, please leave me comments, leave me questions. Let's talk more about this, and maybe we'll do one more session on some other ideas that I get from this. So thanks very much for joining me at the ranch.